Hello everybody. It's officially the release month for my dark fantasy novel, The Savior's Sister, which means big things are in the works. First up, now's the time to sign up for the Savior's Sister Release Day Blitz. A Release Day Blitz is when a bunch of people sign up to receive marketing material as well as information about an upcoming book release so they can celebrate it all together. You can share all of the goodies on social media, your blog, YouTube, Instagram, wherever. If you're interested in participating, the sign up is in the description below. Check it out. Second, if you haven't heard already, I am hosting a virtual book tour here on YouTube to celebrate the release of TSS. No one can leave the house right now, so we're bringing the tour to your computer. I am holding a series of live streams. We're gonna have some friends involved. We're going to answer questions, play games, hand out prizes. It's awesome. Be sure to tune in. The easiest way to get updates is to subscribe to my channel and ring that bell. That way you are always notified. Last but not least, my pre-sale giveaway for The Savior's Sister is still underway. The Savior's Sister is available for pre-order in ebook, hardback, and paperback, and everyone who pre-orders is eligible to enter the giveaway. Entrants will receive a 5-chapter teaser of TSS just for participating, but I'm also handing out over 35 mini prizes as well as 3 huge grand prizes. I am handing out one of the bonus prizes at the end of today's video. Someone is walking away with a signed copy of Barefoot on the Beach by Caitlin Duncan. Caitlin Duncan is a hybrid author as well as a YouTuber. I have her information below, so definitely check her out. I'm gonna announce the winner at the end of today's video, but first we've got a spicy topic to cover. The love interest, in my opinion, is one of the most important characters in a book, and it's really frustrating when they're written like shit. Thus, I am breaking down the 10 most important tips to writing a compelling, swoon-worthy love interest. I've covered this topic eons ago, but I have way more tips to add to the bunch, so we're going over them today. These tips apply to male love interests, female love interests, non-binary love interests, all kinds of love interests. Let's break down my 10 tips in 3, 2, 1, go. Number 1, give them a life. There are few things more annoying than a love interest who exists solely to tantalize the main character. But Jenna, isn't that the point of a love interest? Bitch, did I stutter? As a reader, the love interest is usually my favorite character in the book, and I am hardly alone on this. That means you should craft them with the care required of an extremely valuable character. Understand their backstory, their likes and dislikes. Know their personality inside and out. Make them a real, living person, not just some blow-up doll for your main character to fondle. Not only will this make it easier to write them, it'll also make them a lot more interesting to the reader, and interesting characters are likable characters. Number 2, make them matter. Unless you're writing single genre romance or erotica, the love interest needs to play a bigger role in the story than just being the love interest. They have to do more to the plot than give the main character heart flutters. For starters, it's clunky. The character will feel shoehorned in for the sake of a romantic subplot. It's also boring. As we already covered, characters who exist for the sole purpose of being the love interest typically lack depth, which makes them not so interesting to read. But the most important reason is the plot. If the love interest matters to the plot, that means they will serve a vital purpose to most of the scenes, if not all of the scenes in the story. This gives you so many opportunities to flesh out their layers and promote a deeper bond between them and the MC. It's an asset to you as the writer to make the love interest vital to the plot. It increases their page time, endears them to the reader, and gives you ample room for cute moments in the story. Number 3, first impressions matter. I'm not saying the first time your couple meets needs to be special. Okay, that's exactly what I'm saying. They don't call it a meet cute for nothing. It doesn't have to be perfect. Lord knows the universe adores enemies to lovers. It just has to be memorable, something that will stand out and make readers excited for future interactions. It's very frustrating to read a book, be introduced to a character, and then realize 6 chapters later, oh, they're the love interest? Okay, I guess. Be mindful and strategic when writing that introduction because it could very well dictate whether or not readers root for that couple. Number 4, make them flawed. Perfection is not realistic or attainable, which means it's not likable. Flaws and mistakes humanize your love interest. It makes them realistic and potentially endearing. But Jenna, what if their flaws make readers hate them? That's a valid concern, but it really depends on the depiction of the flaw. If a love interest makes a forgivable mistake, mistake and appropriately apologizes, that's humanizing. There are also plenty of flaws that can be seen as cute, quirky, or even lovable. Maybe the character is a chatterbox or socially awkward. Maybe they're clumsy or fickle. All of these are considered flaws, but many times they're adorable or even funny. Ultimately, the goal is to make the character an imperfect person trying to do their best. Number 5, but not too flawed. I know I told you to make them flawed, but that doesn't mean you have to turn them into a dumpster fire. I know! I'll make them a cheater. Maybe dial it back 10 notches. What if they're abusive? Are you okay? Do I need to call someone? I know the damaged love interest is on trend right now, but that's only because people have shockingly low standards. At the end of the day, the love interest is supposed to be the spot of joy in the story. The character who makes readers happy and believe in love. Don't fuck it up by turning that character into a pile of garbage. Readers with self-esteem won't appreciate that. Number 6, we get it, they're hot. It's perfectly fine to create a physically attractive love interest. In fact, I encourage it. But there's a big difference between a snack and cartoonish self-indulgence. Your leading man is 6'7" with ocean blue eyes, jet black hair, and bronze skin despite being 100% Caucasian. He also has a chiseled 8-pack, Adonis lines, and muscles straight from a bodybuilding convention. But he lives in 19th century London, and I'm pretty sure they didn't have CrossFit back then. The one exception would be erotica. Erotic fiction is a sexual fantasy, which means the characters are often hypersexualized. But for all other genres, calm down. There's nothing wrong with creating a sexy love interest, but the leading lady doesn't have to have circus tits, I promise. Number 7, consider compliments. Opposites may attract, but compliments complete one another. To complement means to bring to perfection. It's being opposite in a way that suits or supports one another. For example, say your main character is an introvert and your love interest is an extrovert. This could be a pairing that clashes, or the traits can complement one another, making the pair stronger together. Maybe the extrovert helps bring the introvert out of their shell. Maybe the introvert gives the extrovert some peace and understanding. Create qualities in the love interest that enhance or improve your main character and vice versa. Your couple should be better when they're together. The relationship should have a positive influence. Number 8, understand romantic tropes. There are a million romantic tropes, and it helps to understand them when you're writing your love interest. Enemies to lovers, forbidden romance, arranged marriages, love triangles, I could go on. This isn't so you can copy or regurgitate a trope. We're not about cliches in this house. It's about understanding your likes and dislikes, what you want to convey through your writing and what you want to avoid. For example, I'm not a fan of love triangles, but I love subverted cliches. Thus, it could potentially be a fun project for me to write a subverted love triangle. Similarly, I also enjoy enemies to lovers, but not if the enemies start off in a violent or abusive space. This type of analysis will help you craft a love interest you adore, and will also help you determine who to market your book to. Number 9, make them step up. If a love interest doesn't get a moment to shine, are they even a love interest? People will say this step is antiquated, but they're stupid and wrong. It doesn't matter if they're male or female or somewhere in between. The love interest should get a hero moment. This doesn't mean they have to be an actual hero. Not all stories involve death or danger, but there needs to be a point where the love interest showcases how special or important they are. They certainly can save the MC's life, but maybe they save them from getting bullied or fired. Maybe they throw a huge romantic gesture that sweeps the main character off their feet. Give them a wow factor and it'll add that extra oomph that makes the character super appealing. And number 10, relationships are a two-way street. A healthy relationship is based on equality. That means both parties put in an equal amount of effort and commitment into the relationship. That doesn't mean both parties are identical. Again, we're looking for complements, not mirror images of one another. But it does mean the characters should be equally there for one another. Take, for example, the hero moment. If my love interest saves the main character's life, I like to make sure the main character returns the favor in some way, shape, or form. The idea is to make the relationship seem mutually beneficial. You don't want one character dragging the other throughout the entirety of the novel. Make sure both people are putting equal amounts of love and care into the relationship. It'll make the story a lot more enjoyable, plus the couple will be very easy to root for. So that's all I got for you today, which means it's time to hand out a prize. One lucky son of a gun who pre-ordered The Savior Sister is walking away with a signed copy of Barefoot on the Beach by Caitlin Duncan. And the winner is this person. Thank you so much for pre-ordering The Savior Sister, and a huge thank you to Caitlin for always supporting my channel and my books and my platform. If you guys want to check her out, I have her linked below in the description. And if you want a chance to win a bunch of amazing prizes, plus if you want to read a super awesome book, be sure to pre-order The Savior Sister. It's available in ebook, paperback, and hardback, and enter my pre-sale giveaway. All of the information is in the description. You have no excuse. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos on Wednesdays, and if you want to be alerted as soon as I upload, ring that bell. And be sure to follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook, and of course you can tweet me at Jenna Moreci. Bye!
Hey, everyone, I'm Flynn. I fucking love myself. So if you love me, and you don't mind a bit of Jenna, then why don't you press the fucking subscribe button? You know you want to, because then you get to hear more of me. Anyways, press that button, ding the bell, and we'll have a great fucking time.